To all the grown-ups listening, Curious Camp is here! It's time to turn your home into a 7-day nature adventure. Curious Camp is an at-home, interactive, self-paced, and screen-free week-long experience hosted by me. Over 3 hours of audio, 20-plus pages of scavenger hunts and lots of other activities, plus a detailed parent guide with no more than about 10 minutes of setup each day. You only have 5 days left to sign up, so choose your Curious Camp experience at CuriousKidsEveryday.com/camp. It's Curious Kids Weekend Picks, where a kid from the Curious Kids Club gets to pick the episode. So, what episode are we going to hear today?
Hi, Josh. My name is Bobby. I live in Michigan, and my favorite episode is what would happen if the moon crashed into the earth.
Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Everyday. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Okay, today we are going to talk about something that could never actually happen. I want to make sure you really understand that before we get started today, okay? See, this curious question I got today is impossible. It could never happen. It's from a curious kid named Pedro, and Pedro wondered, what would happen? And again, this could never happen, okay? What would happen if the moon crashed onto the earth? Can you imagine what it would look like if the moon were coming closer and closer to the earth until finally... What if it landed in the ocean? How big do you think the waves would be? I love these episodes where we ask a question that could never actually happen, but we just imagine that it could, and we try to figure out what all would occur if that thing happened. So, like today, let's talk about what would actually happen if the moon crashed into the earth. The moon is over 2,000 miles wide, which means you could fit the entire United States from coast to coast inside of it with room to spare. It also has an enormous amount of mass, meaning it's incredibly heavy. On average, the moon is about 238,900 miles away from us. And that distance is very important because it keeps the moon safely in orbit instead of crashing into us. But let's imagine that it did start coming towards us. As the moon got closer, Earth's gravity would pull it faster and faster. And by the time it reached Earth, the moon would be moving at an incredible speed. Imagine an object that big rushing towards the Earth. When something that large hits something else that fast, the energy it would release is almost impossible to imagine. But the big question is, how much of Earth would get damaged? Well, the entire planet would be affected. wherever the moon hit first would experience an enormous release of energy. Rock at the impact site would melt instantly. Some of it would even turn into vapor, meaning solid rock would become a hot gas. A massive crater would form, far larger than any crater we've ever seen, and Earth's surface near the impact would be completely reshaped. Now, if the moon hit the ocean, it would push an unbelievable amount of water. But how high would the waves be? Well, that might actually be the wrong question to ask. A better question might be, what water would survive? The moon is so enormous that the local ocean would essentially be obliterated at the impact site. Water would blast so high into the air, it would go into space. Plus, a lot of it would be turned into superheated steam. So asking about how high the waves would be is tricky because the nearby ocean is no longer a normal ocean for a while. But however far away it was that the waves started to normalize, it would just be a huge wall of water that would race across the ocean and flood coastlines around the world. Next comes what happens in the sky. The impact would blast dust and broken rock high into the atmosphere. Some of that material would fall back down as blazing hot debris. It would be almost like raining fire. That falling material would cause massive fires and make the air thick and smoky. It would block the sunlight for a long time. Now I'm going to stop really quick again and remind you, this could never happen, okay? The moon is placed in the exact right spot in space. It has the exact right amount of mass, and the Earth has just the exact right amount of mass that the moon just keeps on spinning around us. I mean, if you think about it, it really is amazing how perfectly placed everything is so that the moon just hangs up there in the sky and we can actually map out where it's going to be and the shape it's going to be because it's all so consistent. That really is amazing. Okay, now, let's talk about the Earth's movement. Earth spins once every day, giving us day and night, and it also travels around the sun in a steady path. The moon actually plays an important role in keeping that motion stable. But if the moon crashed into Earth, that balance would be gone. Depending on how the moon hit, Earth's spin could change. Days might become shorter or longer. Earth could even tilt differently, which would change seasons and weather patterns in major ways. But would Earth fly off into space? Probably not. The sun's gravity is incredibly strong, and Earth is already moving very fast around it. But the impact could slightly change Earth's path around the sun, and even a small change could cause big effects over time. So, if the moon crashed into the Earth, the entire planet would be affected. It would be the craziest event in the history of the world. Thankfully, it's never going to happen. In fact, the moon is actually drifting away from Earth at about 1.5 inches per year, very slowly and very safely. Almost like a little reminder that we're all going to be okay down here.
10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11. Tower cleared.
Okay, we got a roll program.
Neil Armstrong reporting the roll.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Okay, let's play true or false. True or false, the moon might hit the Earth one day. Nope, that's false. Would you rather visit the moon or visit Mars? I would definitely rather visit the moon because it would be so neat to be on the moon and look back on the Earth the way that we look at the moon when we're on the Earth. What an interesting change of roles. I think that'd be so cool. All right, let's play a round of What Am I? What am I? I am a pulling force that you cannot see. I keep you from floating off into space. And I also help make ocean tides. What am I? I am gravity. It's fun to imagine what would happen if things that can't happen did happen. The moon will never crash into the Earth, but it's so interesting to think about what would happen if it did. Isn't it crazy to think that the moon is so far away from us, but it still looks so big in the sky because it is so big. It's so far away, but it's so big that it looks so big in the sky. It's just so cool. I think that space is amazing. I love doing episodes where we talk about space. Okay, true or false? The moon could hit the Earth. That's false. Just making sure you remember. What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out. So until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And we've got some birthdays today. Ellis from Alabama is turning 1. Happy birthday, Ellis. Sadie from New York is turning 3. Happy birthday, Sadie. And these curious kids are turning 4 today. Callahan from Tennessee. Happy birthday, Callahan. Aiden from Alabama. Happy birthday, Aiden. And Kostav from Illinois. Happy birthday, Kostav. These curious kids are turning 5 today. Jeremy from Texas. Happy birthday, Jeremy. Milo from Connecticut. Happy birthday, Milo. And Juno from Washington. Happy birthday, Juno. All right, and these kids are turning 6 today. Johnny from Kansas. Happy birthday, Johnny. Luis from Michigan. Happy birthday, Luis. Aldi from Maine. Happy birthday, Aldi. And Aubrey from Oklahoma is turning 7 today. Happy birthday, Aubrey. And these curious kids are turning 8 today. Claire from Maryland. Happy birthday, Claire. Silas from North Carolina. Happy birthday, Silas. And Anna from New Jersey. Happy birthday, Anna. David from Texas is turning 9. Happy birthday, David. And Owen from Wisconsin is turning 10. Happy birthday, Owen. To all the grown-ups listening, if your curious kid wants their birthday mentioned on the show, please visit supportcuriouskids.com and join the Curious Kids Club. That's supportcuriouskids.com. See you tomorrow.